Alrighty, this is session one of the. I'm trying so hard not to say the Ryan Jenna show, but it might as well be. We got so many different solo sessions looking into the past and all this, that, and the wonderful thing. This, presently, is taking a deeper look into Ryan Jenna's past, their history. Um, their life in Validus, the eastern capital. Was there anything you'd like to input before we get moving on to the main event?
As the characters will be younger during this, I will be trying my best to not default to the voice they already have, but try to make them sound at least a little younger, considering that 10-year gap.
Yeah, that's a decade. Okay, now then. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately enough for you, I can't really tell. Because there's two characters, we're gonna want a story initiative.
Story initiative. Let's go.
Story time! Why is it being weird for me? You know what? That's fine. It could be weird to me. I still see the numbers. And that's not the
It's
right button.
being weird.
Yeah, the chat is being weird to where it won't allow me to go all the way down.
Hmm.
So, like for example, I can see the roll. When now the Briar's typing, like it's cut off. Is basically what I'm saying.
Probably just refresh the page.
No, I should really do that. No, Anki and Gil aren't in this area. Toin, Toin. We got an 8 and an 11, 13. My bad. 8 and 13. Okay. Might have to re-update that, but we'll see. So, to start us off, we're going to be doing a bit of theater of the mind, if you will. It's the main reason why I've got you on this beautiful map. I mean, it's just gorgeous, isn't it?
It's as white as snow and as blank as concrete. My
Right.
mind is ready.
DM, you've outdone yourself yet again. Okay. So, to give everyone just a bit of context, um, the Hawthorns come from, well, the two main Hawthorn lines, being the mother and the father. The mother came from a Silver. Um, she is the namesake. The last name was gained from her. Um, in which she was concerned about helping with the relief effort, as the Hawthorns over in Isilver are known to be the religious, good-hearted people. The father, on the other hand, he was a merchant, in which both Ma and Pa met in uh, Validus, and from that point, that when they met, they wasn't too long before they fell in love, and well, they had two children. Um, Mama Hawthorne realized that she would have to eventually return back to Silver because she has duties there for all the various religious matters that the Hawthorns tend to. However, they were concerned about Rye and Jenna, so it was offered by Papa that they would go around Euridia because and effectively be traveling merchants to allow the young children to get accustomed to, well, some kind of life on the road. It's the best that they could do without actually going onto a ship. So that's what they did. For the biggest parts of the early lives on, for Rye and Jenna, moving from major city to major city and town to town. And the last stop that they did, it was on the west coast of Euridia, the capital, the west human capital of Heistenhagen, in which
Right.
that is essentially where this theater of the mind really comes into play. Rye, Jenna, at this point, Jenna would be about 5 years old, and Rye being congruent to that age, you know.
Like
You both,
Rye being 4 years older, he would be 9.
yes, you both come out of the church that is in the area with Mama Hawthorne. It's been a decent day so far, mostly with various sermons and well, um, Papa has been doing his various deals. Um, Effectively, the mother is guiding the both of you to see.
Check loud that music. I heard that. Wait, hold on. Did you ask him for Kingdom Hearts music?
Just enjoy the nostalgia.
Okay, okay, fine.
Okay, where did we leave off?
Uh, where'd Papa go?
So it was right before the entire interaction between Mama and Papa that I spent, I feel like 5 minutes or a good minute on.
So basically, uh, so
Just
basically
got out of
you said
church.
you said, uh, hey, how's my little boy and girl doing? And then just silence.
Just silence. Okay, let's go with from there.
All right. Yeah, it was great. And she almost got in trouble. I did not. And you kind of push each other around a little bit.
Hey, hey now. It seems like that Jenna's acclimating quite well to being under the religious thumb. By the book, Rise, but more of a free spirit, but still, they're little kids. And she'll pinch both of the cheeks.
Hey. Mm.
Right, I'll be finishing up here in the caravan. Run along now. You're free to explore the city a bit. I don't know that we don't have a whole lot of them to stay very often, but I promise that we'll have a good, nice home soon.
You sure, Mama?
Oh, of course. As a Hawthorne, I cannot lie.
Ride just has like a cheeky grin. All right, come on, Jenna. Let's go. Yay, town! They'd kind of wander off.
Alrighty. The mother would be keeping a good eye because, it's not very smart just to leave your kids completely unattended. But still,
Oh yeah, but they're kids. They don't know any
yeah.
better.
Currently, Excuse you, sir. Currently, the caravan is mostly just getting ready to depart. Um, you're on the outside of the Keistenhagen's walls. Um, it's beautiful outside. A nice and sunny day.
They're, Rye is doing his best to keep up with Jenna's random skipping.
Okay.
I like they probably just stumble across like the nearest building to them. They don't want to go too far.
Yeah, yeah. Um, the building that they stumble across is actually, in fact, the local inn. Would they go inside, or would they just go stay on the outside?
Mama! Can we go in the inn?
All right. Let me just get up there with you. She takes a moment just, get herself, and
Jeez,
uh, she chauffeurs
Jenna.
you both inside.
Jeez, Jenna, you act like I wouldn't protect you. Like, sheesh.
Well, you're not an adult.
Now. Let's just keep our eyes forward, exploring the place, right?
Yay!
She just runs off and Rye's like, wait! Oh no! Just runs after her.
So as Jenna is just running around Rise chasing, it's not too busy, um, as it seems just to be a rather slow day. Um, not very many. What is it? Oh my words! Barkeeps, bartenders, waitresses, and waiters. Um, just some people sitting at the tables, enjoying a decent meal. Oh, look at you cute kids running about. Oh, don't mind them, please. Oh, don't worry. Kids stay here for free. Well, we're not staying. If you ever were, just keep that in mind. Thank you.
While like while they're doing their like little chase game, Rye would be looking kind of at kind of half looking at the floor to see if there's any loose change on the ground.
Okay. Since, still pretty young, you could just roll me a flat d20. Okay. So you're able to scrounge up just a few silver here and there. Nothing too much. I'm going to have that perception check on Mama Hawthorne's end. Oh, she notices. Right, honey, you found something? Do you plan on returning it to the proper owner?
Uh, uh, no.
Come on, Rye. We discussed this.
But I found it myself.
But it was never yours to begin with. Come now.
Hmm,
Let's go. And she holds out her hand.
fine.
He passes it over begrudgingly. He tries to palm one silver,
You
but
gotta be. Oh, you.
because he has tiny 9-year-old hands. He can't palm it very well.
Yeah.
I'm just
Right.
gonna I'm gonna roll a d20 with disadvantage for deception.
Yeah.
It would have worked if I didn't impose the own deception, but nah, he's 9. He don't have that trick yet.
Not yet. So she takes the money and she hands it to the clerk. Now please get this to the proper owner. And she looks almost expectingly at the dude, and he takes it, he nods, and he puts it behind the counter in a lockbox safe.
I got caught again. I got caught again.
Now at this point, Papa comes through the door. All right, I'd say now is as good a time as any to take a break. Besides, spending time with the family is wonderful, isn't it? Oh, but of course, honey.
Runs.
There you two are. Come here. He gets down on the knee waiting for the hug.
Jenna and Rai both hug. Jenna a little bit harder, like for as hard as a 5-year-old can, realistically.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're here. Why don't we have a meal? The caravan isn't leaving for a little bit now. Come on.
A meal. Well, what do they have?
Oh well, we got some stuff for kids. Stuff for kids. Stuff for kids. I can make a couple of sandwiches.
I
Um,
want a big sandwich.
now, Jenna, don't bite off more than you can chew.
But I can do it. I know I can.
How about this? Anything that you can't finish, I'll take.
Deal.
She puts her 5-year-old hand forward.
And what about you, Rye?
Um.
Well, he kind of looks around to see what like the couple people around are eating.
You see, you don't exactly recognize it per se, but it's essentially shepherd's pie.
It's
I want that.
goulash. He points at one of the people shepherd's pies.
Oh, that. Okay, so an extra large sandwich and a shepherd's pie. Barkeep nods. And what about for the fine couple between you two? Oh, I think I'll just have a bit of smaller steak. And I'm fine with whatever he's having. That's fine. I'm gonna right
I
up.
said that you would share a sandwich.
But you're already sharing with your father, aren't you?
Oh, right.
Me making a
Jenna,
very
if you
nice
give
pie
out too
roll.
much, you won't have anything for yourself. Keep that in mind.
And you're sure that you can eat all of that sandwich? Hmm?
I can do it.
Yeesh.
As the barman, he comes around with the food. Now, will you guys have anything to drink? We've got water, Um, and then you can clearly tell, or I guess maybe not. You're children. Keep forgetting that. Basically, as the players, you would be able to tell that he's trying not to say anything like alcoholic or hard stuff. Oh, we've got fresh juice.
I I love some juice.
Juice!
Alright, grape juice coming right up. And the pair of you? I'll take some lemonade. Water's fine. Coming right up. And as he leaves, someone comes through the doors. There you are! Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, it's been years, hasn't it? And Papa Hawthorne turns around. Oh, right, Jenna, this is one of my merchant friends.
Jenna would kind of like lean in and latch onto to Mama Hawthorne's arm.
Now, you don't need to be afraid. He's a good friend of mine. I didn't know that you had a family. Does that mean that this is... Uh...
Um,
It's the Hawthorns. I took her name. Oh, I see. I see. Well, Mr. Hawthorne, what brings you in town? Oh, just the caravan. We're getting these, two youngins ready for travel.
Rye would be just kind of, I guess, staring at his business partner.
His business partner is a slender man. I would say in his mid-30s, pale, um, darker hair. He's also in a suit as well, or looks rather endowed, I should say.
Looks sharp.
you look rather, I guess, you look neat.
Oh, I thank you, young lad. See, there's part of the thing about being a merchant is that you can get a lot of money real easily. Your father seemed to have learned that, otherwise he wouldn't be moving.
Rye would have Rye would like his like tiny little fucking half elf ears would have perked up at the sound of him saying make a lot of money.
You make a
Yeah,
lot.
yes, we'll be moving over to Isolver. We've got a nice house set up there. Oh, the Elvish Plains. I long to see them. I don't think I've actually seen them before. Oh, they're very beautiful. You'll love them, honey. Hmm. Right, Mr. Hawthorne. I'll leave you to to your dinner. And the man walks out.
You do you make a lot of money too, Pop Pop?
Oh, I make just enough to make sure that we can do what we need to do. After all, it's expensive to travel around.
Hmm.
He was scary.
Oh, don't worry, Jenna. He's actually a nice guy once you get to know him.
She'd kind of bury her head a little bit closer.
There. Jenna, you should hurry up and eat your food. It's gonna get cold.
Oh,
She just kind of immediately just snaps out of that just and starts trying her best.
Roll me a flat B20.
13.
Pretty good. You get through, I would say, right around 60 to 75% of the way through of the sandwich.
Damn, that's a hungry 5-year-old.
You did roll a 13.
Yeah, and Rye would likely would you know he would obviously probably love the shepherd's pie.
Yes, yes.
Uh, do I roll for that one as well?
Um, the serving was proportionate to a child
Yeah,
because
he
Jenna
is.
specified. Um,
Jenna specified big sandwich.
yeah.
It's really good. I gotta remember this. How'd they make it?
Oh, it's quite a miraculous process. Some would even say akin to magic itself. Hmm.
Magic.
It was really yummy.
Oh, but Jenna,
I'm
you haven't finished your plate.
I'm done.
See, now I can take from your plate because you've had your fill, and this would be accounted as sharing, Jenna. And
Hmm.
Papa Hawthorne will take the remains and go down.
So you couldn't do it.
Mm-mm.
Right, you don't need to tease her that like that.
But she said that she could.
Well, that is true. Still.
I'm sorry.
Jenna would give like a smug nod.
Right, I think. Oh, that was a good amount. I think with all that out of the way, we should get ready to head out with the caravan.
Hey, come on, Jenna. Let's 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 get out. Let's get out.
Mama Hawthorne will guide the children out as Papa stays behind to pay the bills. Um, Now, at this point, the caravan is beginning to leave, and the family is on their own wagon with all their things in tow, the gold clinking, etc., etc. As you're currently heading east to the eastern capital of Validus. This was meant to be the last stop of the caravan. This was meant to be the one right before you go to Isilver. However, this is also the time when a band of raving and roving orcs approached, seeing a merchant caravan and deciding to strike. It was at this moment when Ryan and Jenna hid within the remains of the caravan until everything was done and over. The parents gave their lives to distract the orcs just enough to allow the children to hide and escape. This is what changed everything. Okay. Didn't take very long before the orcs were found and taken on by people who could take the job. There was a large mourning period for everyone who lost their lives in the tragedy. Unfortunately, Ryan and Jenna didn't have anyone else to turn to. They were left in the slums of Veladis. Fortunately enough for them, they were able to find some solace in the local church in the slums. This is where they remained for a large portion of their life. This is where we will meet up with them several years later. Come on, Mouse. Work with me here. Do you have visual the turn order?
I do.
Okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it's working. Come on. Work with me. You know what? Over here. You have movement. That's all good. I'm getting green all over on OBS. Rai, you're the first to awaken. It's been several years since that tragedy. The people who took you in are tending to the church. They don't heed you any mind. They know that of your habits and what, well, if Jenna ever caught you, when she catches you, what she would do. They know the city well enough, and the people shouldn't be too much of an issue. After all, the majority of the crime is within the main heart of the city. The slums are left to the poor.
She's not awake.
He'd take the time where she wasn't awake to write a little bit in the little pocket journal.
Okay.
Just what seems to be an attempt at somber poetry. Just kind of about just wishing that his life didn't turn this way. After taking a bit longer to just get out of bed, he'd take a short look at Jenna and then leave the room.
You find the head of this particular church simply tending to his daily duties. There are other children around. They're also orphans. They heed Rai no mind.
He'd hold his head high and just go to where he can get some sort of breakfast, whatever it may be.
It is very, very basic stuff. Because of the fact that we're both an orphanage and a church, they've been able to garner a fair amount of funds to provide for food, but still, they're meager at best.
He'd try to sneak an extra thing to bring back to Jenna.
Okay, you can either roll me, go ahead and roll me stealth.
And this is using the character sheet.
Rai passed, yep.
Nope.
Hey, how come he gets more food?
Up.
Mm. And the head of the church, or at least, the chapel, comes over and looks at Rye. Is this for her?
Yes.
Go ahead and take it.
He'd nod and stow it away before making his way back.
Jenna, it isn't very long before you awaken, and well, Rye's returned with food.
No, you don't have to go out and do all this. I can walk. Please, just take the food. All right.
She takes it, like, just very softly.
So, what do you want to do today?
Oh, I need to find some way of getting us out of here.
Oh, why do we need to leave? You're taking care of us, aren't you?
This isn't a life to live. Just sitting here doing nothing will just wither away. No buts, Jenna. Please, if all you want to do is just sit here and eat whatever this is, then I'm going to work twice as hard just to get us out of here. She'd look at Rye and then look at the food that he handed her.
You don't have to do it on your own, you know?
Yes, I do. You're too young.
You're always curious.
You are 12. You do not need to try to find work. Again, no buts. I'm taking my leave. And with almost an aggressive amount of just angst, just
That teen
this
angst.
just leaves the room, leaving Jenna alone. And Jenna's gonna start tinkering with something.
Okay.
Just just trying to make a little something.
Alrighty. We can have a performance and survival roll on Jenna to make it. Survival's a +3, holy hell. Okay. So it's not too bad. Best, not exactly the best you could do as a child, but still. You could do far worse.
It'll help, I swear. And we'll get back to that.
Alrighty. So then now we move to Rye.
Rai is gonna make his way out to try to just find any way he can to make some gold.
Okay. Put you out on the streets, and then roll me investigation. Very nice. Now with this, you can either do some eager jobs to get a small amount of gold, or you can try and pickpocket. Or you could do performing tricks.
You would try to use like you would try to, let's be real, he'd try to pickpocket.
Alrighty. Roll me sleight of hand.
Jesus, even with 7 help.
Okay. I'm gonna roll that.
Yep, he gets caught.
He gets caught. So as you try and reach in, who looks like to be a traveler's pocket, because oftentimes travelers have them as gold for what they do. He feels a rather large hand go right over his wrist, stopping him from proceeding deeper into the purse. Now what do we got here? A little brat, huh? Sticky fingers, huh? Is that what it is? And he will immediately let go. Well, not like quite like throwing, but like that overdramatic kind of letting go, you know?
And he'd glare but say nothing.
God damn it, all of these stupid orphans. He'll take a single gold coin from his purse, and he'll flip it in Rye's direction. Then he'll walk away.
He would scramble for that gold.
Da-na-na-na! You got 1 gold coin.
This is really what my life is. Scrambling on the ground for gold. Kinda like, he would be very, just kinda angry at himself and cry a little bit.
It's not too busy where you currently are, but even the people who are there, they heed the child no mind. So, what else is Rye going to do?
I have to find something. Anything. He'd look to a nearby barrel to try to kind of think to himself if he could actually do tricks or whatever.
with your investigation of a 19, you are able to find a barrel that you can roll into the center of the street.
And with a deep breath, I would climb up the barrel and attempt a backflip.
The first one.
Ah, damn.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? The people, they all look at you like, what is he doing? And then you go for the backflip. It's what a child might try. Because of the 12, you're able to actually time stick the landing, but the thing is that it is not exactly stable. And it looked really, really shoddy. Nothing is thrown out awry aside from some weird looks, as people just continue moving forward.
He'd grit his teeth, spit to the ground, get up, and try again.
Ooh.
It's still shoddy, but he's getting down a little bit.
Yeah, no, this time it's more, well, as you can see from the roll. You even try to throw a little spin there, but the thing is that even though you stick the landing and everything like that, it's not what you feel like you could be doing. And as you're trying this stuff out, a simple sailor, he looks almost out of place. He walks by and he looks at you. And how useful are you supposed to be?
That's the fun part.
I'm just enough.
Is that so?
I'm doing what I can for my sister.
Well, I'm not one for kids, but sob stories do tend to get me. You used to live around here?
We take refuge in the church just down the way.
I'll return to my ship and crew and see what we can spare.
He'd look up at the sailor and just tears flow just a little bit.
Now, kid. You're a man, you gotta keep a straight face. Alright?
Right.
Now try again.
Yes.
Ha
You nailed the backflip, and you're familiar with the Adventures of Flapjack, right? Where that scene with the dog that backflips in it and Knuckles just goes, woo! It's basically what happens. I'll try and be back before sundown. And he walks off towards Validus. And some people do actually drop some coin on the barrel.
Thank you.
1 gold and 5 silver to be exact, but still.
He would gladly accept anything.
Now at this point, we're going to move back to Jenna.
she kind of haphazardly stuffs the thing that she was working on into her pocket and makes her way out into the church. Out of her room and into like the church area.
Yeah, the church main. The main lobby.
She'd look around for just anything to do to help around.
Let's see here. Okay, roll me religion to help the priest set up the soon-to-be sermon.
Woohoo!
Very, very good. Oh, Jenna, you're too helpful. May Aeolus's Copernicus's warm kindness shine down upon you.
Can you teach me more about him? I want my brother to be safe as much as possible. Can Copernicus do that?
Why, young Jenna, Copernicus is the god of both time and order. When there is chaos, people turn to him. When there is lawlessness, people turn to him. He is who guides us.
Please. I want to learn more.
Oh, but of course. Now, Copernicus was the first deity brought into life. Born from a nova star.
She'd kind of like sit down on her knees, looking up.
And the stained glass, it is of actually what you could guess to be the sun or the star, and people gathering underneath the light. Now, it was Copernicus who knew where the beginning was, because he was the beginning. He started the sands of time to move, and that brought forth Aeolus, deity of life. Together they created this world, Recus, and with that, Aeolus populated the planet with people, just like you and me, all kinds. It was said that there is a third, Valen. He was hailed as the god of death to keep the cycle moving. Copernicus kept them both in check. Aeolus provided more people, while Valen made sure that there wasn't too much. And before long, the people required knowledge and needed more order, the place to stay. It was then that Dreyfus and Vernadir came into being, almost at the same time. Vernadir, being of one of the nature, guided the people to build civilization, the cities and towns, while Dreyfus simply cataloged the knowledge, and when people required that such knowledge, he would provide it to them. At this point, when the people began learning of each other, sure, there was plenty of peace to be had. The desires created a new god, Theoquin. Theoquin provided conflict. Not quite a god of chaos, but he gave them something to do. Many believe that it was he who weeded out the weak and the unjust by providing strength to those who needed it the most. Yes. However, that was before Gilgamesh's reign as the new god of war. Gilgamesh himself fought in many, many wars, and some 500 years ago ascended to the throne, defeated Theoquin, and assumed the mantle and the title himself.
So that means if anyone tries hard enough, they can become a god?
Well, many speculate to this. Some believe because it is war specifically, that the title itself is more or less a throne or equipment. No one has actually tried to dethrone another god, but I suppose that is life in of itself. People don't try to take over and tame nature. They seek knowledge, they accept time, and they live their life, and eventually find peace in the afterlife. War is the only one where entertainment was derived from fighting. After Theoquin's conception from the Nova Star, goddess of the night, Moriana. While the night existed far longer, far before what was simply Vernadir and Dreyfus, Theoquin, all the like, the ilk, there was no one to helm it. The nights were untamed, and people were often unknowing what to do. They hid. However, when Moriana came to be, she was more or less a goddess of entertainment. And with all that, birthed the last deity, Ulius, goddess of the tempest and freedom. All of these various things, they all make us all. But it was without Copernicus, there would be no Aeolus, Volin, Theoquin, not even us. It was he who started it all. He who guides the other gods, and even the great cities like Validus.
If he can guide gods, then surely my brother is not too far gone for him.
Oh, don't worry about Rai. I'm certain that the gods have their eyes on him, and he'll give Jenna a good old head pat.
He tries way too hard.
But he cares, does he not?
He won't let me help. I feel like I'm just useless. I've just been sitting here doing nothing. That's the thing. I feel like the only thing I can do for him at this point is pray.
Sure you could do that. I have an idea. Alondi, come here please. And one of the older orphans, actually older than Rai by a good year, comes over. Jenna today needs to have some fresh air. I think that'll do her some wonderful things. Why don't you come go guide her throughout the city? Yes, of course.
she'd get up off of her like little sitting stance and just kind of put her hands together, like her hands together in like the whole like like not quite crossing your arms, but like when you put like one hand over each other and like you have them like down by your waist.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like that. Like she's trying to be as respectful as possible.
Yeah. Come on, little Jenna, you don't have to be so formal with me. Let's get going.
Right.
That's...
She'd follow.
Yep. She's going to guide up through over here, and we are going to go back to Rye.
You said to meet at the shipyard. Right. I should make my way over there.
He'd try it. He'd go to where he was told to meet up at.
Okay. So with that, we will move him up north. Hold on, I just got to zoom in so I can copy. Alright, so this next map is gonna be really big. It's gonna put you at the upper left hand corner. So just as a heads up. You're on the very, very bottom. The slums aren't too far from the major city, and the guards are currently admitting people as the gates, even though on the map they're closed, they are currently open.
He'd just walk forward.
As you walk forward, the guards don't really halt you. They more or less just keep. They notice you. They make note of you, but there's no fee to enter in. None of that. That puts you not on the wall, past the wall. And you have the entire city to explore. Welcome to Validus.
Bless you. Silly. Surely I can find something to do here.
He'd explore. Like he'd walk around. Probably like the first thing that catches his eye, he would go to.
Okay, roll me investigation.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Oh boy. So you begin wandering the city, and what catches your eye is all the people. They're all going over here towards the markets, and it is crowded. You've never seen so many people before. Even in the past cities that Ryan may or may not remember, that I'm allowing that to be left up to you. The only time that has really been rivaled if would have been in any of the capital cities. So, Heistenhagen, Uzakai, etc., etc. so many different stalls, and because there are so many people, the chaos of it all, um, you actually get advantage on any pilfering that you may or may not do, any tricks, etc., etc.
He he would do the move of kind of doing a shoulder checks like to like a like the shoulder check pickpocket.
Okay.
There's so many people around, so I imagine
Yeah.
that. Damn, a 13? Really? I mean,
Roll
oh
again
right, you
because it's
said
with advantage.
damn a 15? Really?
Ouch. Okay. Um.
That way, he at least has an excuse if it's a shoulder because shoulder checking.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Okay, we're going to see. Not one. Great. Right. Roll me 2d6.
2d6. Oh my god!
You're able to get 12 gold off of that one particular person.
Thank you, he says under his breath.
Person is completely oblivious, by the way, but still.
Well, now that he has funds, he's gonna check out the stalls.
The stalls have a wide variety of things. You find gnomes working on various tinker objects, stuffed animals, various foodstuffs that are all surprisingly cheap. Um, and keep in mind, this is still, I guess, but it's still someone under the investigation, so all the prices are relatively cheap too. Um, you find some basic fortune stuff. Oh, but of course, Hardigons and rabbits, they all exist in this world. Um, so yeah, toys, food. You find weapon and armor stalls, but they're all too big for Rai.
He'd look around for fresh fruit,
Okay.
as I'd imagine that that's not something that either of the twins would get to experience like very often at all.
No, no. Um, you do find a fruit stall. Um, the prices are cheap. The average fruit that you could get is looking to be about 1 gold for three. So
He
it's basically pick your own kind of fruit, like apples, pears. Um, watermelon doesn't fit with it because it's far too large. Exotic fruits like pineapple, dragon fruit, grapes.
he he would spend a gold to get a he would get a pineapple, a bushel of grapes, and and go with an apple.
Alrighty.
And
At this point, your eyes are drawn to something that you've actually never really seen all that much before. One of the stalls has a lot of bizarre and interesting things. It's mostly magician kind of stuff, so like playing cards, um, odd-looking ends and bits and baubles, um, things like that.
hmm, he'd, he'd go over to the stall and check it out.
Well, so far the cheapest things are the playing cards. The clerk, who was also dressed up in a fashion that you really haven't seen all that much before. It's your basic magician's garb, um, a bit more gaudier than what one might actually wear, but still. There's not only a fee to obviously purchase some of these items, but also a fee to learn. Yes, yes, come one, come all. I teach, I sell. You could do magic.
E- Excuse me. How much for lessons?
Hmm, I'll give you 5 gold for an hour. How does that sound, kid?
5 gold for an hour. I'll do it.
That's what I like to hear. Alright, alright. Now let's start with the basics. And he comes from behind his clerk's desk or whatever, grabs a deck of cards, and goes out into the center of the crowd. And this is where we move back to Jenna. Let me just delete that token. I gotta zoom in again. Okay. So your new guide is mostly just wandering around, searching for various things, odds and ends that can be done. Um, Mostly things to help around with, like walking various pets and finding certain things, etc., etc.
Jenna
That
would
brother of
be
yours. Hmm?
Jenna would be oddly attached to most of the animals that she comes across.
Hmm. That brother of yours, he's looking for lots of money, right? Gold?
He wants to get us out of there. He's I mean, it's not that I don't appreciate all that any of you do for us in the church. He feels like it's not a life worth living. He wants to try his best to get us out of there as soon as we can.
Well, that place is only meant to be home for those who aren't able to work or any of that kind of stuff. How about this? I'll help you get some actual financial gain, some gold. Then, well, sure, he might be worried afterwards of finding out about it, but I'm certain that once we explain everything to him, it'll all be fine.
I
She kind of backs away and puts in like her like she kind of closes her hand around her other arm.
Hmm.
I trust me. I want to help, but I don't want my brother to do any drastic measures.
Well, I hear ya. He's not gonna do anything if I'm here. I mean, what would he do? I would be protecting you.
Well, if you're protecting me, then all right. We'll
Not to
give it a
mention,
shot.
uh, your newfound friend slash guide rubs underneath of her nose. Not to mention, I'm a year older than him, so I got seniority. Ha!
That is true. You do have him beat by a year.
Oh,
Alrighty, so at this point, someone's going to be rolling investigation with advantage. Do you want that advantage with flat d20s, or do you want Jenna to do the investigation with advantage?
If it's, I mean, if it's flat d20s, then Jenna's +1 investigation is better by default.
Better by default. Okay, so go ahead, roll investigation with advantage.
There it is.
That's simply because she has proficiency, not
she
because she has an intelligence modifier.
has a lack thereof.
Thank God for advantage.
It's becoming a trend tonight.
It is! Oh my god, that's a 2. I see that. Oh, wow. Okay. So, Jenna, you're actually able to find, with the help of uh, your friend, um, that there are some animals that need to be walked. Pet walking. Um, 1 gold for each. Now, there's 2 of you, and there's 6 of them. Um, of course, these are dogs. As you've come across the local guard's house. They like to use hounds for their various things.
you're so cute.
So that'll be 6 gold if we take them around the town? Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. I think this is a good opportunity for us, Jenna. How much gold do you think Ryan makes daily, huh?
Um, it depends on the day. He kind of
She kind of motions. She kind of motions like a a pickpocketing motion.
It is. It's a nat 1. Of course it is. So the guy who is, I just want to make sure that I'm clear on this. The hounds that you are offered to walk, they're from the guards.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
12.
I understand. I just want to make sure.
Trust,
That's a
trust
nat
me,
1.
I am astutely aware. Why else do you think he would try to discreetly motion it instead of just not saying it at all?
Okay.
She has an intelligence modifier of -1.
Yeah. It's just the comedic timing of it is just, oh boy. Okay. Oh, right. We'll take the dogs out now.
average he makes about like 3-ish. It's weird.
Well, this is double what he's currently making, on average. Let's do it, Jenna.
Right. All right. Who's a good doggy?
Alright, Jenna, roll me 3 things of animal handling.
Animal handling 1. Animal handling 2. Animal handling 3.
Oh. Okay, so keep in mind that the animal handling wasn't specifically in terms of if the dogs like you, is if they pay attention to you. They don't pay attention to your friend. Um,
Jenna's technically not. Check. Is Jenna technically not a cleric yet?
um, technically no,
Damn, that means no guidance.
no guidance. So effectively, the dogs are listening well to you, but every single failure is a dog that's gone rampant, chasing after various things like squirrels and etc. etc. Because she failed all 3, and Jenna's only failed 1, so Jenna's doing a lot better because the dog can basically act as a bit more better of an anchor. Um, Instead of rolling with, Jenna would have a strength save. Um,
Oh
it
no.
would be with advantage. While
Strike
this
save, please.
with advantage, with advantage.
It's still a -1.
Yeah!
Let's see how well disadvantage goes for your friend here for the strength save.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. Yeah, I know. She's being dragged along by the dirt from the dogs. They're just going.
Uh,
Ah! Heal! Heal!
uh,
Stay! Yeah!
uh,
She kind of she kind of freezes. She doesn't know what to do.
uh, uh, someone please help them.
Well, you're not here. This is in the future for you? Either
Yeah,
way.
yeah. This is technically in Briar's future.
So people are actually just they're getting out of the way for the three dogs, and she's just going further and further. They're running, and she's trying to keep up. I'm gonna have her do a dexterity save, with disadvantage.
That's a 6.
No, she isn't able to regain her uh posture, her balance.
She
Gonna one of the
she'll look
dogs is wanting to go, while the other two are simply looking at you.
uh she'd she'd like look in the direction that the other dogs are going and give as loud a whistle as she can.
Oh boy! Alright, roll me intimidation with animal handling.
Intimidation with animal handle. Okay. Okay. So it's an animal handling roll, right?
Animal handling and then intimidation. Okay. So if they hear you, they'll stop. They hear you, and they stop. Oh, good, good doggies.
You gotta keep them in control of the line.
Yeesh.
Oh, they just started and they did not stop. Maybe they just pent up within all their energy? Ah. Whew.
Here.
Uh,
Well, I'd offer a hand up, but
kind of looks at her hand that's full of 3 leads.
She'll get up on her own. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh, let's just get a move on. They seem to have calmed down just a bit.
you look kind of bruised up. You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine. Once we're finished with this, I'll get to the priest. He should know how to do this kind of thing. Well, I mean he patches us up all the time, so it makes sense.
That's true. Just try to dust yourself off so the guards aren't, you know, so they don't know what just happened to you.
Right, yeah. She'll of course, let's just roll that flat d20 just to see. Would you like to try and help or something? Best that you can.
Uh, what would this be?
This would just basically be providing aid, pointing out to her where the spots be. Either you can give her advantage with the flat roll, or you can do your choice of either perception or investigation.
She'll roll her perception. I'm sorry.
So with the combined of 10, she's still pretty dirty. Her hair is kind of frizzy. She got a decent amount of dust off.
Mm, could be better, but that'll pass.
Maybe we should stop by the chapel before we drop the dogs off. That might be good.
Um, do you think that the dogs will be able to contain themselves around, a bunch of kids?
Well, that's a good
Because
question.
that's kind of what we are.
Yeah, yeah. Ah,
If they didn't listen to you, what's to say that they would listen to anyone?
they might listen to the priest?
Mm, you kind of got a good point there.
At this
Hmm.
point, Jenna, I want you to roll me perception again.
Perception.
Nailed it. So as you walking along, you notice a guard and some a guard speaking with someone. They're off on their own, and um, you can hear them basically whispering. The guy that the guard is talking to, he's rather suspicious looking. Um, Now I give you this, it'll all go away, huh? Just like what the old man said to do. Fight down, you fool. But yes, the gold. The guard will take the gold, and he'll simply walk away. The man goes off on his own.
It's weird.
Hmm?
Hmm. I mean, I don't really know what to make sense of it, but did that did that guard just take gold from that guy?
He must have. Oh no, that can only mean one thing.
Uh, what is that?
Jenna, do you know what the word corruption is?
Uh, a little bit. Not really.
I'm starting to get certain amounts of deja vu. Well, corruption is when something good has been turned bad.
Wait, so like my brother? Or
Like that guard. If that guard took gold from that man, do you think that that man gets up to good things?
I mean, he could have been paying the guard for a job well done.
But the guards have their own salary.
Maybe he had a really good day.
Hmm, I don't know, Jenna. I think that that bad man there just, well, gave the guard gold to look the other direction.
Oh, but that's illegal. They can't
Yes,
do
indeed it
that.
is. Yes, indeed it is, Jenna.
Oh, that's that's oh my.
She looked down at the dogs in attempt to pet one of them.
Animal handling. They enjoy the pets. You even find the spot behind the ear where it starts thumping.
I need to
Oh,
interrupt. I fucking died. I fell out of my chair when she said, but that's illegal. I'm fucking dead. I'm wheezing right now. I'm going back to being muted.
All of it is to let go.
Alright, let's get moving.
Yeah. Should we tell the other guard about this, or?
I think that's a good
Here.
idea.
All right. Do you remember what the guy looked like? The one who gave the guard money?
I think I can give a basic description. Oh, that guard. He looked like he was from the city.
Oh. Oh, the big one that's just up north?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Hopefully they
Mm,
can do something.
mm, I hope so too. I'm not entirely confident that this town guards would do anything or could do anything to the city. They they're kind of like a how should I put this? There are certain things that the city guards can get away with. And then beyond them, there are people who can do more stuff that they can get away with. Ooh, I know. Okay, I got an idea.
What is it?
As you guys approach the town's guards and turn the dogs, um, the gold is handed specifically to Jenna, so she now has 6, as she's trusted with the gold because she was the one with the most animal handling.
He
And
has
as
7 gold now.
and as you guys are walking away, Jenna is being guided to north towards the city. What if Jenna? What if we go to the city itself, find the city guards, tell them, and then maybe we can. Oh, there are people that I've heard of. They get money for bringing in bad people. So what if we find more of that kind of stuff, and then prove that it's happening, and then they can't say no, and they have to do something.
I'm not allowed to go to the big city.
But I'll be with you. Don't worry about it. Besides, this is, well, the best thing that we can do.
If, if Ronnie comes home and I'm not there, he'll be worried sick.
Come on, Jenna. Maybe. He could be on another side of the town, but I haven't seen Ryan in a little bit.
Well, we did kind of just walk around town and we didn't run into him.
Which
She
would
she
mean that,
she kind of looks a little she looks uncertain, but is contemplating going.
Jenna, the nearest place that Ryan could go to would be that city. So, well, sure, he might be upset if he finds you, but at the very least, he would know where you are. Here, just to make sure that he's not here, why don't we go look around for Rye? How does that sound?
Well, if if you say he's in the city, then you know what? You're right. Let's go to the city.
That's what I like to hear. And then we're just going to scroll. You know what? Copy.
But that's illegal.
But that's illegal. Okay. And now
Go,
we move.
go top left corner. Let's go.
Now we move over to Rye. Um. Okay, I've got an idea how to fix the turn order. Hold on.
Also, did you make a magician NPC to tell him how to perform?
He was already doing the
So
backflips.
no, I mean like to lose his fucking to lose his edge. Because like, god damn it, if so, then that's perfect.
To be fair, there is also now a backstory reason why Enki was so good at forging his lance.
True.
Whether that was intentional or not, that just kind of happened, and I'm just like, wow, that really makes sense now.
Like more so like learning the importance of showmanship.
You know, when it came to that particular moment, it was more or less, oh, it just fits in with what I already have for him. Neat.
Fair enough.
Pieces fall into places even when you don't expect them to. You just learn to take the compliment and you move on.
Take the compliment.
Speaking of which, how is the little half elf doing? Not as cute as the other one, but you know what? He's moving, so.
Roll me two things, Rye. Sleight of hand and performance.
Oh my god.
I was right about the schmoving.
I was joking, but yeah. So you're able to actually pick up what this magician is putting down really, really well. It's almost like you have like a knack for it. My, that's amazing, boy. Is it a second nature? Ooh, were your parents of that sort?
He noticeably tense when his parents are mentioned. Like to the point of probably like fumbling a
Grimacing.
card,
Hmm.
fumbling a card that's in his hand.
Gotcha. Ugh. Sour subject, I see. But regardless, there's plenty more to teach you.
True.
So, one of the staples about being a performer is owning the stage. You must do something that is so out there that people can't, well, look away. And I'm going to have this man do. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that's good enough. That's a nice enough magic trick I can do. Ooh. Okay, okay.
How does this man have a +9? What the?
What are these rolls? So effectively, what he tries to do is he takes the deck of cards that he has, and he tries to flourish with them in a way that puts them in the air and with like a spiral pattern around him. Um, because of his high pluses, it's able to look decent. Um, but it is a rather advanced trick, and I can notice that, you know, it did a whole hell of a lot better.
He Rai picks the card up off the ground that he fumbled earlier, and like straightens the deck. So do something wild. All right. Let's let's give this a shot then. And he attempts to try the same thing that he did.
Oh, okay. So that +9 was for Arcana, and the +5 was for Sleight of Hand.
Let's
But
go. Let's go over this Arcana check then.
Yo!
yo, Sleight of Hand. Oh shit! So okay, after seeing this man, basically laid on the basics of what you can understand. You try and mimic him to the best of your ability, but it's just so fluid, and the cards literally they spin around you not only in the spiral formation, but they also end up going upwards, almost like a column. And because of your sleight of hand, when the cards reach down to your hands, you're actually able to be fast enough to make it look like the cards are just disappearing. Gods, who are you? Moriana Incarnate?
I, I don't know myself. I'm just a hawthorn.
Regardless, mother of all that is magical. Kid, you are amazing. And the people at this point, they're all looking at you, right? Like you
Rye has been hasn't been noticing anyone else aside from Magic Man.
see, look at this. Now you've got a crowd. You've got their attention, meaning that the next thing you do, provided you do it well enough, they're going to have you're going to have their eyes.
Their eyes.
Magic Man will do a trick to try and play off of that. Sleight of hand and very nice. Deception. And he's able to essentially do a follow-up trick. Mostly with making the cards go, up in arcs and with sort of rifle shuffling, all that kind of stuff. He even goes up to one of the pedestrians and does some shuffling, gives them a card, doesn't even, well, look at the card, obviously. Shuffles in a way that no one notices what he actually did. In all actuality, he cups the card, but because of the way he's shuffling and his deception and sleight of hand, um, he's able to, quote unquote, guess the proper card and pull out, even though it looked like it was from somewhere within the deck.
So it's all about putting on a good show then. That's what the people want.
That's right, kid. When you're on stage, keep that in mind. There are plenty of other things you can do that don't involve cards, but such a natural talent at it. Keep the cards.
Oh,
At this point,
so good.
there are plenty more the various tricks that I could teach you, but the hour's up. So, but raw talent like that. All right, kid. Come back tomorrow, and I'll make sure your next lesson is free.
Tomorrow it is. And he'll 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 pocket the cards and give like a little camaraderie nod as he makes his way out. Right.
Alrighty.
So, the shipyard. I've spent enough time here. And he'll make his way to like again.
Try and find the shipyard. The city's so
He'll try to find the shipyard, yeah.
yeah. The city is so big that you'll have to do an investigation check. The times that you've
So
okay.
14.
So you're able to garner that. Um. Oh, I'm on the wrong. That where the docks and the ships are held or kept at is to Oop, come on. That direction. Um,
He'll make his way in that direction then.
Alrighty. So we'll put you at, let's say, yeah, right over here. Roll me perception, right?
18.
You notice, well, before this did stick out like a sore thumb. You notice that, um, more specifically, that you're closer up, all these walls, and beyond that, what looks to be like a castle. And the bits and pieces that you see poking out garner your interest, and you overhear some people talking about how they'd love to live there in that secluded area where the nobles live, the high life, as it were.
Hey, Jenna. One day. I'll get you out of there. Get you the life you deserve.
Alrighty, and we'll put you over there, and at this point, we'll go to Jenna.
Jenna!
Jenna, wait, that's illegal, Hawthorne. At this point, the amount of people coming in and out of the city have died down a whole heck of a lot. And Jenna is generally being guided towards the city. The guards make note of you as well, but they don't really stop you or anything.
She'd wave.
They smile at you as your friend pipes up. Um, excuse me, do you know where the guardhouse is? Ah, you got a problem you need to deal with? Um, yeah, we would just feel safer if we discussed that at the guardhouse. Mm. Alrighty. You're going to want to go. It's way too far. Up to the northern part of the city. When you reach the capital area, immediately take a left. We'll pass the market, and there you should find a building that is close to the other wall. Also close to the temple.
Thank you for your help.
She's her demeanor is a little nervous, but she's trying to keep face.
Yes, thank you so much. Not a problem, just doing my job.
Social interaction.
Now, I believe he said north towards the capital and then left.
Uh, yeah, past the market close to the wall?
Close to the wall and that temple, too. So we should
Yeah,
find a rather
yeah,
large
it
building
was,
near the market and the temple.
hmm, well, the capital's just ahead, so we should take it one step at a time.
Yeah,
It wouldn't make sense to get lost.
this road is pretty big, so it's hard to get lost, even with how many people there are.
Yeah,
She's noticeably withdrawn a little bit with the massive amount of people around.
The closer you get to the Capitol build or the walls of the Capitol, the less people there are. So I want Rai to roll me perception.
Nope.
Okay then. Um,
Unless you wanted to do it versus Jenna's stealth, like that. That's the only thing that's like
Let's do it
Jenna's
with
not
that then.
okay.
General stealth.
Yep. Oh,
Okay. So
interesting.
that was the stealth of the guide. Right, you notice, um, one of the other orphans, she's a year older than you. Um, she is actually in the capital, or not the capital, but the towards the capital. And, you don't really know why, as she usually keeps to the town.
Damn minister, that damn prime minister, whatever. Must have working them like a dog.
And
Father
then
this, father
this
that. He makes his way. He doesn't pay it any mind.
up, and then you wouldn't notice that either. Okay, alrighty. So we'll put Ryo closer over there. And we'll have Jenna move towards the market. This is where the biggest gathering of people there are. Um, there's all sorts of kinds of foods, stuffed animals, toys.
At this point, if like she'd be kind of glued to the guide's side, like as close as she can be without like well
Yeah.
the guide being uncomfortable, I guess.
Oh, Jenna, look at this stall over here. And it's the fresh fruit stall.
Fruit. You don't get that out at the church.
No, no, we don't. Excuse me, what are your prices? Well, we got 3 fruits for 1 gold. At the very least, that particular amount, bushel of grapes for 1 gold, or well, part of that deal is at least. Well, Jenna, what do you say? Spend 1 gold here?
That sounds lovely. We did just make some. I mean, we can pick up one for me, one for you, and one for Rye as sort of a peace offering, I guess.
I'm sure I would love the fruit.
Yeah.
Okay, that must be a pineapple, right? I'll take one of those.
Oh. Hmm, that one. What is that one?
She points at a dragon fruit.
Oh, this young lady. This is a dragon fruit. Have you ever had one of these before? It's rather exotic.
I I haven't. Sorry. I I'm really curious. It looks like fire almost.
Mm. That's the main reason why it's called. Do you know what a kiwi is?
Yes.
To describe the flavor of a dragon fruit, it's like a pear and a kiwi with a touch of citrus.
That honestly sounds lovely. I'll take one of those. And
Wonderful.
uh,
She'd she'd look at the cherries if there are any.
There are cherries.
How many of those am I allowed?
Oh, you basically grab a bushel's worth for you. About this much.
That's perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Um, I
She'd look to her. She'd look to the friend.
do we have a do we have a bag or do we need to hold them?
Um, I think the cherries are fine. I can carry the pineapple.
Hmm. All right. Well, I'll I'll hold on to these then.
We'll
Dragon fruit
have
is a little spiky, but I mean you're holding a pineapple, so
yeah.
watch your hands.
And we will put you both in front of there. Right, you're making your way out to the Validus docks. There are various ships, well, docked here. The ocean is noticeably beautiful at this time, as the sun is almost beginning to set. It hasn't reached the horizon yet.
Perfect timing. He said to arrive. He said to arrive later, and well, what part of later isn't sunset? It's beautiful almost. I should have invited her out here, but I know this place would overwhelm her. Anyways, uh, he'd he'd carry on.
Alrighty, roll me investigation. You try and find the ship and the pirate that you met with, but you're having a difficult time. All these ships are rather large, and well, at least the ones that are here. There are some that are further out at sea that only have minor parts, like rowboats here, and no one can really give you a straight answer based off of your description.
Are
Uh,
you certain there was? Do you not any like no captains, no sailors were in the town today?
no. Well, there is that oddball. I can't exactly call him a captain, though. He dresses like one. Hmm. Check over there. And he points to a rather small ship. Are you familiar? Do you remember in the first Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes.
Yes, it's that ship.
Mother of God. Beggars can't be choosers, Rye. Wake up. He kind of, kind of just, kind of, like, does the thing where he like slaps both sides of his head, like his head at the same time, just like like this little clap clap as he shakes his head further and just walks forward to the little dinghy.
Little dinghy, yeah. You see the captain that you met before scrounging around in the ship. Aha!
See, you said to meet you out here.
Yeah, yeah. Now listen here. You're already here, and it's already getting a little late. I figured I'd already have it ready by now. Hmm. Come here, boy. And he will guide Rye away from the docks. Nothing notably of hand, more or less Got him all the way over here.
Huh.
Now, son, do you know what a pirate is?
I suppose I'm familiar with the prospect of it.
Sailors who steal. You can call me Captain Finnegas. Now, my ship was unlawfully acquired from me. Now the plan is, you seem, hmm, you know what? Let's take you along. You look like you could lash out at society at any moment. We're going to board one of the other ships. When nightfall comes around, and we're going to do that little trick that you were showing off. I will go into the lower deck, sneak on, yada yada yada, while you're doing whatever it is that you do, distracting them, and I will get as much as I can. You're just doing tricks?
And the
Oh
space
no.
alcohol.
Oh no, I don't need to take any of it. You can have it all.
Then what do I need to do?
All
Just
you need to
distract.
do, just distract him, kid. And make it so that way if any guards come along, you got something called plausible deniability. You know what that is?
He'd he'd attempt a uh, a shoulder check pickpocket to try to prove that.
Okay. You've got to beat a 6 for sleight of hand.
My modifier is a 7. But let's try anyways. uh,
Yeah.
let's say he uh what just does he have like a miscellaneous object? Does he have like a pocket watch or something?
Rye, with the 24, you get his bag of gold.
Trust me. My fingers can find the mark as he shakes the bag of gold.
Yeah, give me that.
He he kind of just laughed to himself as he plops it back in the pirate's hand.
Now listen here, kid. We are not together in this. You're here just to perform. If I'm caught, I'm not with you. You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Perfect. Now then, let's see. Which one of these is a merchant? A good, fat merchant ship that just needs to lighten the load. We're gonna do, what's Res Investigation?
+3.
Alright, you get advantage. Go roll me investigation.
That's a double nat 1.
What? Oh no. Oh no. That is.
I think he's more distracted at the mention of merchant.
Yeah, you're definitely reminded of dear old Papa Hawthorne. To the point where you point out a rather huge, beefy looking ship that's gotta have some nice stuff. Like, ship with that many cannons has gotta have something good.
Or did I just point at the interceptor? Fastest ship in all of the 7th sea.
Uh, twin
That's
decks, cannons on
definitely
both sides.
not a merchant ship. That is a warship, my friend. Surely a ship that big has to have something, you know.
If you think you can pull it off with your little tricks and slips, I trust you.
Ah,
Besides, kids like you are growing up all too fast. You gotta make your own decisions.
dear gods.
Okay, so the captain.
If you are real, please help.
We're gonna have him roll this. So that's for his stealth. Now then, as the sun is setting, this is your chance to do something with a lot of flair to it. Draw all their attention as you're coming closer and closer to the ship. You find that you don't see a single merchant, but it must be heavily armed. A lot of gruff men. Um, yeah, no, they're all heavily armed. They all look as proper as one could be as a sailor sailing on the seas. Um, but not a single merchant in sight. You are currently standing in front of the ship itself. I guess it would be the plank. You're on the docks. You're in front of the ship, and some of the men, most of them, heed you no mind. Um, but there is a guard in front of barring basic access.
Did he say that I needed to actually get on the ship?
He just said you needed to do a distraction. A distraction worth a twin double decker. Oh my god.
Well, keep it together, I keep it together. Give them a show that they want to see. What could what do sailors? They need competition. Right. Okay. But how do I convince them? Ah, he he looked to his bag of gold. Ah, hello, all. Hey, sailors. Who's the toughest amongst all of you?
Well, now hold on here. I think we settled this last time we went out to sea. Hmm. What do you need, something, kid?
I'm just a half elf who has a knack for, well, I love competition and sport. 10 gold to the strongest one.
Roll me persuasion. You gotta beat a 10.
Well,
Just barely. Oh my god. Alright.
What was that?
Alright,
I,
alright.
I believe you rolled the wrong stat.
oh, that's
Perception.
perception. Persuasion actually is better. It's a +5.
I figured as much, but I'm just calling it as I see. Carry
Thank
on.
you. Yeah, just add two to that roll. I'll take the roll.
Yeah, yeah. Of course you would. Of course you would.
Of course I would. The Rye would roll and like he would I guess roll like two like nearby like small barrels and create like an arm wrestling stand like next to a crate.
Oh no, 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 kid. We're not doing this here.
You're not
And
doing it.
go on, get up. A couple men come up and take the barrels and put them on the ship. Let's go.
Hmm.
Hey, go wake up Gromit. Tell him he's gonna get paid 10 gold.
Oh, this will be fun.
You are led onto the ship. Um, you men are gathering because they're just curious as the brass on this kid must be something to wager 10 gold. He's just so scrawny and so much like a fruitcake. Um, he just must really want to lose this gold. So it's gathered their interest, that's for certain.
You- He he would use like while he is being like led up, he would just try to discreetly put a spike from the pineapple underneath the palm of his glove.
Ah, roll me sleight of hand.
Ew, of course, of course. Oh well, it was nice knowing me. Yo,
What?
yo, let's go spiked glove.
Oh my god! By one. I
I
lost
can't
by
tell
one.
the I can't tell if Fortune is favoring the bold or the foolish here.
Both. Both is good.
Both is good. Oh well. You have.
Look, man. My athletics is 0. I have to do whatever I can.
I'm just here for the content. Don't worry about me.
So as you slip the pineapple spike underneath the glove in a position that is rather advantageous, get to the barrel, and you feel the ground shake a little bit underneath your feet. Thud, thud, thud. And out from below deck comes this huge Goliath. Someone say there's 10 gold for me?
Come on, big guy. Put it there.
Oh, this is easy. Don't blame me if I break your arm, kid. And he sits across, literally kneeling just to get onto the proper level. Now then, at this point, we
There's
are going to roll that d20 for good old captain. Yeah.
that. Trust me. If if you if you think that I'm gonna go without a fight, then you're dead wrong.
Well, good thing I'm alive. Put him here.
Put it there. He like if this isn't the if this isn't
This is the arm wrestle thing.
okay. He he would he would be trying to not immediately use the spike.
Okay. Alrighty.
As
Alrighty.
to mask it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could just imagine this scrawny 16-year-old in my head arm wrestling this huge burly Goliath. God damn. Right, so here's you gotta beat. Strength check. Wow, that's a 2.
Well, that's a 6, so.
Should just favor you and no more.
Okay then. Alright, alright. So either now is the sleight of hand, or you can do a strength save. Sleight of hand will be you using the spike.
Let's get that spike.
Oh,
Eight.
but because it is with the spike, it's with the disadvantage. Yeah! Ah! Ah! And he's starting to, give in, right? No one knows what the hell's going on. Your hand doesn't even, it's just in his hand, right? And it's starting to weaken. At this point is
Because and
when
because it's a pineapple spike, it doesn't puncture skin. Like it's a prick. It's
yeah.
ugh.
At this point, things are even, right? Now
All I
from
have
this
to
point
do is
onwards, it'll be disadvantage for Grommet. You have to win 2 different checks to win against him.
okay. Okay, so that's a 16.
Yep.
Please. That's a 10.
He pushes you just back, and then at this point, you can feel the strength trying to give just a bit, right?
Nope. That's a 19. I have to nat 20 in order to win. He's going to try to wrist twist.
Oh. Okay, okay. I'll allow a sleight of hand check for that.
Nope, that didn't save me. I'm out.
So at first, the people were rather bewildered. The sailors are bewildered at the fact that you were someone so small and skinny is able to hold their own against Grommet, someone so huge, almost like a David versus V Goliath kind of thing. Um, but at the end, you still lose. Um,
Uh, I put up a good fight. But
that you did.
I'm, a deal's a deal. He he extends a handshake with the other hand, the one that doesn't have the spike.
Yeah, he'll take it. But you're a pretty interesting kid, if I do say so myself. Someone so weak looking. You look like I could break you like a twig.
Trust me, I get told that a lot. But there is something to be said about lean muscle, you know.
I suppose. We got some of them folk on here.
Well,
Now, at this point, Ryan, you feel like that now is the best time you can either skedaddle and, hopefully, the good old captain is gone by now, or you could try and do more performing tricks because you got their attention.
okay. Tell me, how good are all of you at acrobatics? Or are you just all strength?
Uh, some of us are good at tying ropes and all that kind of stuff. Some of us only do it when we drink rum. It's real weird. I'm more or less a ship's guy, hand, if you will.
something I could learn from a lot of you. But a deal is a deal. What part of me would be unwilling? He pays the 10 gold.
You're a good sport, you know that, kid.
Trust me. If a deal is met, then it needs to be kept. That's all I can really hold myself to now.
Nothing wrong with that.
I need to keep my family, or what little I have left of it, safe. I go around making enemies everywhere I go. Then what's the point?
You know, those eyes are kind of like, what's the term? Cutesy? Got it! Alright, let's go inside the storage and get something for you. Can't exactly leave you empty-handed.
I'll take you up on that.
Wallace, go grab it! At this point, we're going to have the good old captain roll perception to see if he notices that someone's actually coming into the area that he's, stealing from. Oh no. He does not notice. And now we're going to have a variety of rolls that entail see if it gets captured. So this first one is to see if the sailor that finds him actually gets a good hit off of him. Ooh, just nah, not quite.
Did he just out of there?
He can't get out. He's kind of trapped. Can't grab him. He's unable to get out, and at this point,
This Jack Sparrow bullshit.
and at this point, the sailor's going to try and call out for the others to help out. In which the good old captain is going to try and silence him. Nope! We got a thief down here! Come on, lads!
There's a thief?
Ah, shit!
I'm
Stay here!
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't know.
What are you apologizing for?
I was up here having a competition with you guys when there was someone down there.
Oh, don't
If it-
worry. I'll capture him.
All right. If you're if you're as good at catching people as you are at arm wrestling, then by God, they have a fight ahead of them.
Well, let's work together on this one. The rest of you stay here. That's the first attempt to try and capture the good old captain. Second attempt. Now here's the escape. At this point, here's what happens. You hear a lot of racket and noise coming down from there. And the good old captain, he comes running out, right? But he's got a shit ton of rum with him, as well as a bunch of other things. So he runs out, and he's just dodging and weaving. No, you can't catch me. You're all too slow to capture good old Captain Fignus. Yeah. Takes another good drink of the rum. Grabs the rope. Does the whole Jack Sparrow thing. And you thought you could catch me, huh? Well, think again. The name's Captain Finnegas. He pulls out what he believes to be a gun, fires it, it misfires, blows up in his hand, and, well, shit. He then takes the dagger and cuts the rope, slinging him forward nonetheless, causing rather a lot of chaos on the ship itself. Orion's just sitting there like, what the hell?
He's just looking. He's just watching, speechless. Like he's just confused, amused, but like he just doesn't know what's happening. But he's mentally taking notes.
The good captain is simply swinging around the mast because there's not a whole lot that you could do with that. It's either that or he gets flung into the ocean, in which that is no good because then all of the stuff that he tried to procure, including the rum, would more than likely get lost. So he gets up on the mast, climbs up it, and then they start climbing after him, right? Now listen here! Oh, I see you, boy! A little lesson in, I guess you could say, trickery. Make your enemy believe that you are cornered! And he, with a bottle of rum, takes in the drink, knocks it back, right? Looks like he's losing his balance. Whoa! Gets back on track. And then, after a few more moments, he takes out a cutlass and slides down the, Wait, what? The thing that the wind blows against to make the ship go.
Sail.
The sail. He cuts down the sail, with his cutlass as the ones who are chasing after him are climbing up, and he just slides right past them. He gets safely on the ground, and he just runs off. I'm gonna have him roll acrobatics real quick, just to see, like... Oh god. So as much as their attempts at trying to get the drunken Captain Finnegas, he just runs. And dodges and weaves and out of their way. And he is gone as they are chasing after him. He goes into the city nonetheless. Remember that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean where
No.
where it's all the
Not
tribes
the
and
water wheel.
that freaking island where Jack is being chased by a bunch of natives and Will Turner's like, time to go. It's basically that, but like with a lot less men. And you lose sight of him as he is chased into the city itself. Majority of the ship's crew are gone, but they're still there. At least some are still there.
What happened?
I hate that Finnegas. Thinks that he can just waltz in here, waltz out, and steal our rum? Yeah. Wait a minute. He stole more than just rum. We need that food! Get him! And that, sailor chases after, too. There's still others left behind. Keep in mind, they're not going to just leave a ship like this unattended, but still.
Well, the competition's done. You definitely need to, find that guy. Do keep me posted if you find him. Well, I suppose I don't really have a bearing on this anyways,
Just get out of here before anything else crazy happens. We gotta make repairs to the ship.
I don't think it'll cover much, but my condolences. And he passes over 2 silver.
He'll take them and rub them together. Thanks, kid.
And he makes his way out. Makes his way off the ship.
And now we turn to, oh boy, Jenna.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
After that night of debauchery, what's the little sister up to?
So, Jenna has made attempts at, along with the guy, to effectively try and make clear of what's going on. As much as they tried to point out the specific guard that took the bribe, there was no direct evidence. Not to mention the person that they pointed out. The guards only made mention that they would try to find them, and that there was no guarantee.
I mean, they said that they'll try. It's better than nothing, right?
I suppose it is. Oh, it's getting dark. We should really get back.
Oh, I should have been back a long time ago.
Okay, how about this? There's not a whole lot of people here, so we can just run.
Are you sure you'll be okay with the pineapple?
I'm more worried about the cherries and the dragon fruit.
We really should have asked at the stall if they had bags.
Well, it's all closed now, so let's just get going. And we're going to have, you know, good old Jenna and her guy going to this direction. Jenna, roll me perception with advantage.
Oh no. No, she doesn't need to see this! No!
You see a rather strange and kind of gaudy looking man being chased by several other men coming from the docks. He's screaming, they're screaming, there's a lot of screaming. The man is holding a bottle of rum in one hand, some other stuff in the other, and his pockets are just stuffed full of all sorts of bits and baubles.
Are you seeing this?
Well, watch out, Jenna! And she grabs Jenna just as the stampede of men is running down towards the town itself. So the direction that you guys are headed to, down over here.
What is going on? Why?
I don't like the look of that. If we keep a decent enough distance, I'm certain that whatever that is won't Hey, wait a minute. It was Rai who rolled that perception check.
Oh, okay. The perception on Jenna is better. It is +2.
Yeah. Wait.
Her perception is +5.
Gotcha. Okay.
It is two bigger than the sphere.
Two better.
Three.
Okay.
Two better than the 3. Apologies.
No need to worry. But it is kind of concerning that they're heading towards the town.
Was that? What are all those crazy bottles in?
Oh, that, it's a special drink that adults like to have.
I'm sure it must taste nice. If it's for adults, then it's for adults.
Yeah, it is for adults. let's get going, but let's keep a decent pace.
Right.
And come on. As you make it down, you find that they're beginning to close the gates because of the man being chased by the several other men. However, feeling trapped, the good captain notices that, well, there are the mechanisms to opening and closing such large doors. So what he does is that he runs inside the wall. The men chase after, the guard looking rather confused, and then suddenly a giant wheel and chains flying out of the wall, and the strange-looking man with the alcohol, not a drop spilt, is riding that wheel. Inside of it, I should say. And the debris that flies out, your guide actually protects Jenna from some rocks hit her in the back as she just steps in between and tries to shield Jenna. However, the wheel coming out was the mechanism that actually opened and closed the doors. Which means that because they're in the process of closing, they are now suddenly free. And yeah, no, the direction that the chain was going swings them wide open. At this point, the man is on his own riding this wheel, unsure of how to stop it, not wanting to spill a single drop. The other men are just looking confused and they're tired. They don't want to chase after anymore. Oh God, what was that wisdom save for?
Jenna is also just mentally just almost shut down as to how confused she is.
Oh, that hurt, but I'll be fine. Let's get moving while the gates are open. Come on, Jenna. That man looked like he was going, well, away towards the water. I think he'll be fine. Yeah. Let's not dwell on it.
Okay. What?
Okay, so Rai, you were escorted off the ship. You're too far away to actually see what's happening, as this is the moment as right before the gates, the incident with the gates. The night, the moon has risen, the night has come, and the water is actually looking rather peaceful and serene despite the chaos that just happened.
I should find a good spot to stay. Wouldn't want to pay. Not receive. Or have to having to lose 10 gold into silver. He'd try to find a place to stay that's outside of the view of a lot of the ships.
Roll me investigation.
12.
Okay. So you find a decent place, right over here. Got a nice view of the waterfront, and this is far enough to where you feel like that no one is really, for at least from the ships, are paying attention to you. Roll me perception with advantage.
17.
Right, you hear a loud crashing noise. More screaming from the good captain as as he is suddenly going this direction towards the beach, um, alongside the wall. He then, when he hits the sand, he dives out, tries to get up as fast as he can because even though it's still rolling, it's obviously, well, it being the giant wheel, um, the giant wheel's still rolling, it's slowing down, and he doesn't want to be in the way of that. So, as soon as he gets up, he immediately runs this direction. As far as you can tell, no one is chasing him. There's just a giant wheel that's going towards the ocean.
You're full of surprises, you know that?
No, there you are. Wow, finally found you. He takes another drink of the rum.
Keep your voice
No.
Keep your voice down. We're not
I know I told you I'd give you everything that I found, but I found rum. That's all I need. It's not for kids like you. He then begins handing out various rations and roll me a d20. Okay, so he provides 3 silver. Now roll me a d100. And beyond the rations themselves, there seems to be exotic spices, food that you have actually doesn't know a whole lot about. Mostly non-perishable stuff, but it wasn't a whole lot, so enough to last for a couple days of meals. Oh, and here's a tip for doing such a good job and getting me this rum. Yeah, rum. He takes out his coin purse, and we're going to roll that. He hands, unwittingly, 10 gold.
Made the 10 gold back, and I got 1 silver out of that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I am a distinguished and dignified captain. Takes another drink. I'm going to find a place to rest. Another drink, and then he falls backwards asleep.
He gets up and walks over. Take a look to see just how out he is.
He is snoring. He's sawing logs. He reeks of alcohol.
He's gonna attempt to pilfer 5 extra gold.
Alrighty, roll me sleight of hand with advantage. And I'll roll.
Like 5 or like more. I don't know. Just he's trying to at least get 5.
You gotta be the 6.
Okay, so that's not a 31, surprisingly enough. That is a 19. I just rolled 2 12.
2 12, then it added up. Okay. Alrighty. So, you get your 5 gold. And the captain's out to sleep.
I might as well get something more from that. I'll leave the rum alone. That seems to be the only thing that gives him joy. And it's getting late. Jenna might be worried. I should head back.
And he makes his way back.
Okay. So at this point, Jenna's already at the church, the chapel, I should say, um, with the guide. And why does it do this to me? It says that it plays, and then I just don't. Um, right, you come back, and you finally make it. I presume that you head straight for the chapel? Oh, there you are. What, that's a lot. My.
I took on a job.
Jenna is currently in the main lobby of the chapel, with the guide who was patched up.
So they're in the same room now?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Glad to see you.
There you are. I did find some work. It was quite weird.
Oh,
She'd kind of like do the whole thing of kind of being secretive, but it's pretty easy to tell the back of the hand covering the mouth thing.
you found another thief thing, didn't you?
No, I had no such thing.
If you're sure. I had a wonderful day today.
Right. Jenna and I were walking the guardsman's dogs. Where were you? We went all over town. We couldn't find you.
You went all over town.
Right?
It was just this area, and then I left Jenna here. And I figured I'd get some fruit too. She holds out the bag of cherries.
He is 100% inciting that. You have to beat a nat 20.
No.
Right. You left her here. You're certain.
Yeah. Right? The old man doesn't even say anything. He just wanders off, leaving everyone to their own devices. Don't make too much of a ruckus.
And where did you get this fruit?
Oh, from the inner city. You've got a lot on your hands too. And look at all this food. Oh, did you go into the inner city as well?
Who's to say that I'm not allowed to go over there?
Well, no one. I'm just saying, like, if okay. If I'm not allowed to go up there, and I'm a year older than you, then you're not allowed to go either.
Jenna, Jenna, you know that I don't like you going out there on your own. So, I guess if you have a guide, then it's fine. But I let it be me. You don't have. You could always just. No, I suppose that's not entirely true either.
I was fine. We were fine. Sure, it was a little rowdy.
Especially at the end with that weird man being chased by other men.
A weird man chased by other men. What?
Yeah, he got chased into the well with a gate, and then he burst out of the wall on a giant wheel. He was carrying a special drink with a lot of different. Wait a minute, that all looks so similar. Rye,
Hmm.
where did you get all that stuff?
Where did I get all this stuff? All these rather, honestly, good-looking spices.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, I found work. And
Roll me.
that is called a white lie. He technically did find work. He just Hey, so how do you're saying that the insight is a 3?
Yeah.
My modifier is a 5, but we'll roll it anyways.
Hmm. It must be some ludicrous work to get you some of that stuff. I've never even seen some of this stuff.
I helped the sailors.
Oh, I see. Oh, so then you must
Right.
know more about what that man was. He looked like he was being chased by sailors.
He put on this whole big charade. He, it was honestly kind of it was honestly kind of fun to watch. But thievery is thievery. That what that man
Well,
did, he basically I was at the docks at the time. He made this whole big show of like I was like, you can't catch me and all the like. He he destroyed one of the ship's sails on the way out.
those poor
That
sailors.
sounds. Why? Wait, did you get it because you helped them, or?
Well, obviously, I couldn't do much, but I my services weren't necessary.
I heard that there was a ship, a rather large ship docked in, known as the Hail Mary. Huh.
What a name. Also, the I'm going to impose my own insight and deception as to his services actually being needed. That sounds about right.
That's about right. Yep.
Sounds about right to Jenna, but does the guide does the guide see
Sounds about right.
That's not right.
Sounds about right. At this point, the other children are starting to gather of the orphanage, and they're looking rather hungry.
Oh, come on, you have all of that food and you're not going to share?
I he looks to the others. I did want to share it with you, Jenna, but if you want to share it with everyone, then we can. Everyone deserves a family. It's been too long.
Right. I can help with prepping some of the food.
Any leftover spices belong to me, however.
And you're the one who earned it all. That sounds only fair, does it not?
Well, considering that the food that I earned is also is being squandered.
Hey,
It's not being squandered, it's being shared. There's a difference.
Fine, there is a difference. Just anything left over comes back to my room.
I'll make sure of it.
Now, Jenna, would you like to help prepare? I do remember that you did always like making things.
Oh, right. I made this for you. I just never got around. I never got around to us being in the same room aside from today.
And she takes the thing out of her pocket that she made earlier and hands it to Ryan. It's a little good luck charm. Sure, it's a little shoddy, but she made it. He's kinda trying to fight tears.
Do I need to roll for that?
Go right ahead. These are your characters. I'm not going to force you to do rolls at this particular point.
No. He starts crying a little bit.
Hey, it's okay. I just wanted to make something for you to try to keep you safe, you know? I read all sorts of things on good luck charms, and it kind of seemed like you needed one.
Go. Make all the food you want. Just make sure that you're safe, please. That's all I
I will. You know I will.
want. Right. Oh, the hell with it. He gives Jenna a big ol' hug. Which Jenna was not expecting in the slightest. But reciprocates all the same.
What a good moment. At this point, the guards already started, putting up the food and everything, and making it, yada yada yada.
Jenna helping where she can.
And in order to feed everyone, including the old man who's provided the housing, the food has to be spread just a little thin, but it's not too bad.
Ryan would be willing to sacrifice his portion of the fruit.
And that does help out a lot. And with that, that is one full day of, well, I guess it might be a little more, but still, that's 3 hours. I say this is a good time to cut her off. As always, I enjoyed DMing for you, and cutting off in 3, 2,